This album's called Living Proof, and that's what this band and what we as individuals are, you know, living proof. And for us, it was music and playing in a band. You know, we got here on our own, just built on our hard work. And so we wanted to make a statement, like, we've done it, and so you can do that, whatever it may be, whether it's your own band or it's a career or it's a fitness journey you want to get on. You can totally do that if you're willing to put in the work and just get your feet wet, get your hands dirty, and just like actually make it happen. We're living proof. This is living proof.
And now, our feature presentation.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Chandler Burton Entertainment $5 tier on Patreon. I want to thank every single one of you for your continued support at Chandler Burton Entertainment. As always, I want to give a shout out to everybody on the $5 tier. So we have Mary Getty, Spitz, Adam Daly, Hardcore Kyle, Jordan Warner, James Houston, Brian Whitney, Chisholm King, Luann Owen, Kara Lee, Alyssa, Dan Holloway, Toby Sud Supreme, A. Crispy, Zach Mustafa, Darby Belial, Kennedy Fig, Joab Rogers, Evan, Jacob Johnson, LOL Ikeem, Ren, Brendan Young, Lorenzo Rodriguez, Pugcore, The Asthmatic, Alex Turner, Scott Johnson, Jacob, Bojax, Casey Thompson, Dylan Swan, and Ian. Thank you again, everybody, for your continued support. It means the absolute world. Much love to every single one of you. Today on the Patreon, we are checking out a band that's a little bit smaller right now. This is only their second album, but again, these guys are really sick. I have not heard one song from this album cycle because I just wanted to save it for this entire full album reaction. But before I started doing Patreon or anything, I did do a full album reaction to their first album called California Cursed, and the band we are checking out today is called Drain, and their second LP called Living Proof. We're going to be jamming the entire thing here today. I've been talking about it a little bit before in some of my other videos. These guys kind of remind me of like a Parkway Drive aesthetic, not so much like the style of music, but kind of the way they treat their music and having fun with it and the way they kind of dress, and I just kind of love that aspect of this band. These guys are a hardcore band through and through, which I think is super cool. Again, California Curse was a really cool album, and my friend Kyle's a huge fan of this band, so again, I'm really excited to check this out with you guys here. Again, they are a little bit smaller, so again, if you like what you hear, make sure you go support them, you know, listen to their music on Spotify, Apple Music, you know, try to check them out at a show or something like that. I'm sure they would absolutely appreciate it. But I'm really excited to dive in and check it out with you guys here. But again, before we get started, just a couple of housekeeping businesses before we dive into the full album reaction. As always, number one, I'll ask you to please not share the link with anybody. Again, this is my way of giving back to you guys for supporting me on Patreon at Chandler Burton Entertainment. If you like to encourage your friends or family to join the Patreon, of course, I would never say no to that, and it does help me. I am getting married this year, so again, all the proceeds go towards my marriage in October. But again, I'll ask you to please keep the link to yourself, and again, everybody's been very respectful about that. There is going to be a Patreon clip poll for this as well, so again, I have not heard one song from this album cycle, so every song should be in the clip poll. So again, come vote on your favorite song, and the highest voted song will be the clip that I upload to YouTube for the public to check out this upcoming Wednesday. So again, your vote matters, so come in and vote, and that'll be the video that I upload this upcoming Wednesday. Drain is on Epitaph Records, and again, they seem to be pretty cool with reactors, so we should be able to upload this to YouTube as unlisted, so there should be time codes down below in the description. If not, again, I will leave a note, upload that to Vimeo, and a Google Drive backup link for you guys. There's also going to be official music videos and official visualizers to go along with each of the songs. If the computer freezes or the mic cuts out, I do apologize about that. Generally, with longer videos, it does have a tendency to do that, so I apologize in advance. And then, of course, as always, since it is a full album, we're going to be doing a first listen review. So again, if you see me off to the side, I'm just going to be taking some notes, writing down a couple of things, and that'll be getting everything ready for my first listen review when the full album reaction is over. But without further ado, my friends, let's go and jump into Drain's new album, Living Proof. Excited to jump into the guys here. Let's go and pop it off. Alright, my friends, so again, the band Drain and their new album called Living Proof. Really excited to check this out with you guys. I have becoming a really big fan of hardcore lately. Again, my friend is really into it, and he's kind of been showing me all these bands, and it's like there's something special about this hardcore community. Like, everyone's just so cool. It's just a show looks really fun. Granted, I would not be in that pit because, again, I have an L5 herniated disc, so I wouldn't be in the pit, but I feel like it'd be really fun to go to like a hardcore show with just like, you know, every band's a hardcore band. I've never been to a show like that before. I've been to shows where, you know, there's metalcore and then there's maybe like a hardcore band that opens for them, but I've never been to an all hardcore show, and I think that would just be an absolutely insane experience. My friend was showing me a band when I was visiting in Utah, and I was like, dude, this is such a sick band. Like, it's just everything about it. It was like some of the best hardcore I've ever heard. So I'll have to ask him about that, because that was really, really cool. But again, these guys are a little bit smaller. So again, if you do like what you see, make sure you go support them. You know, download their music, go try to check them out at a show. I'm sure these guys are just absolutely awesome. They seem like the coolest dudes ever. So again, I'm really excited to check this out here. This album's only 28 minutes long. The longest song on the album is 3 minutes and 16 seconds. No, that's a lie. Actually, the longest song is 3 minutes and 22 seconds. So the rest of the songs are either like a minute long or like 2.5 minutes. So it should be a pretty quick breeze here again. So I'm really excited to check it out. So again, Drain and their new album Living Proof. We're going to start with the song Run Your Luck. Let's go and pop it off here in 3, 2, and 1.
Run your fucking luck!
Let's go, boys. I love that little shark boy, dude. Love that riff. Ooh.
You went to say and discuss. You made me sick. You had a problem with me. We got a problem with you. You're a parasite. You wanna leech on me, but you'll never get all that we got.
Ooh, we got a blade. Nice. Love that bass there.
I didn't want the time you slept. So soft, so scared to wanna make a scene. You don't deserve the air you breathe, the space you take in my life. You're just job that I see. The pathetic skills from that. You're just job that I see. You're just slipping through the cracks.
Oh yeah, love moments like this.
Damn run from me, can't escape from reality. I can't believe you thought we need your help. We took that
I can see the pit in my head.
We built this town by ourselves, for ourselves, and that kicks you out.
Ooh, a guitar solo, nice. Kind of a guitar solo.
Fucking burn that we just sit with the lawyer. You roll the dice and you win your luck.
Oh, I love that guitar.
Anymore. Yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, yeah. You dug your own grave.
Ooh.
Now feel the fucking.
So sick. What a heater, dude. Our next song is FTS and bracket KYS. Don't know what that means, but we'll find out.
You hit the ground on my aim low. This ain't no pit beat. Shaped by the Draco.
Interesting.
Dream bring them pit beats. Clock break your ankles. Ripping this shit up like Drados. Beyblades and switchblades when kids start to bang so.
I like the hip hop feel. That must be a feature, maybe.
Devils itch run up them bank roads. This ain't no myth, bitch. I'm living proof. I feel the pressure when
is this part of the song or is this like part of the video? Man, look at that TV though. That is old school.
Better pipe down with the attitude. Show you how it feels when shake the drain in the room.
Okay. Okay, Okay, that may have been part of the video. I'll have to listen to the song on its own. Love the old school feel of the video. Yeah.
Unable to cope with this world, the terrors of life that keep me awake through the night. I'm poisoning myself like a sport, hereditary. The last man standing solution. First one down is the first one to finally escape. And I'll never lose. Time is running behind the light. We're searching for solutions to the problems at the bottom of the fucking bottle.
Ooh, that was sick. I gotta take some notes, but I want to watch the video. Oh, yeah.
Find the strength and kill yourself. Reinvent a new you. Find the strength and kill all the parts that you don't love.
Oh, jeez, dude. Look at that. Like a ragtag dummy. Yeah, I wonder if that beginning part was part of the song. Like that rapping, like, segment. That sounded pretty cool. So, I'll listen to the song on my own, like, on Apple Music or whatever. But that was a cool song, too. Really short, but, like, right to the point, dude. But yeah, that was a good song. Alright, Devil's Ditch is next. Let's do it. Oh. Love that.
That's not well, you're weaker so many times. We shut up, stop losing up, apologize. It keeps on swinging. Go now, for a different cloth. Foot, sweat, but never tears.
Hey, I love the way. Ooh.
You break, then cry, 21, with your fucking lesson.
Ooh, I love that pause there.
Let me take you to special life. Got a message for you and all your friends. Go fuck yourself. Life's hard, let's just make it look good.
Oh. Ooh, that was kind of a who. That was kind of a who, brother. I'll take the ooh and a who.
I'm good. Everything I know, you're my mistakes. No one held my fucking hand. Down the wrong way.
Yeah, this one's hype.
You'll break. When the pressure's on, you're gonna run away.
Love that riff.
Everybody wants to put you down until they got something to gain. Fuck you.
Woo! Yeah, this one's sick. This one's probably my favorite one so far. Love it. Ah, so short but good, man. Alright, next song is Evil Finds Light. Ooh.
Welcome back to Evil Finds Light, public access programming,
We got a
Channel
little bit-
69
we got a
here
cool
in
little
sunny
video.
Bakersfield, California, the real Sunshine State. We've got a special guest for you today. It's hardcore punk rock music band Drain. Hardcore? Maybe. Rock? We'll see. It's going to be a great show.
Let's hope so.
Hey, this is Tex and Elder. Evil Finds Light. Please welcome my next guest.
Look at the
Santa
vocals,
Cruz,
dude. He looks
California's
stoked.
Drain.
What's up?
Hey, hell yeah, man. What's up?
It's
Drain's
funny hearing
live
him
music
scream
team.
and then
Excited to
talk.
play?
Like he sounds
Ever
nothing.
playing a show,
That's
TV
crazy.
show?
You know, we've never done this. I'm pretty excited. I'm not really sure what to expect here, man. We're excited to play some new songs, though. It'll be pretty rad.
Well, we've heard him talk enough. Let's see how they play. This is Drain from Santa Cruz, California, hardcore punk rock music.
let's go, dude. Thank you very much, man.
Is this like real or is this
Good
part
luck.
of the video? I can't tell. Cool idea for a video. Oh, I think okay. I think it's like a gig. Like a. Sounds cool though. Love that Pantera shirt though. Oh, I love that groove. Even the host is getting into it. He's like, I'm ready to move. Love that breakdown. Yeah, he's getting into it.
Every day this world is testing me. Smacks on my head, looking to be free. Now these days I swallow them less. I question more. Keep my thoughts to myself, 'cause I don't trust anyone.
Yeah, dude.
I just wanna put it up. I can't let my feelings show.
I love the video. It's funny and it's a really good song.
Hey, you boys hungry? I got some dogs for you.
Dad, get out of my room!
You got any girls over here?
That's disgusting, and we're live literally right now. Please leave!
I'm sorry, guys. I didn't mean to interrupt your rock and roll show. Okay, sorry.
Wait.
You want one of these?
Got a hot dog?
I love you, son. Right
Man, I
on,
love
guys.
hot dogs.
Hey, you're always welcome here. Have the best time. Rock and roll, okay? Bye-bye.
Get back into it. Yep. Oh. I wish I would have gone a little bit long. Oh, maybe it is. That was a sick song, dude. Oh, it's still going. That was cool. Alright, next song is Imposter. So far, I'm really enjoying this album. We're already halfway through the album, dude. This is a quick boy. Oh.
Imitation is the lowest form of flattery.
I say to you, to my way, to myself. And I never gave a fuck about being cool or anything else. Yeah, I know what's best for me. Even when I'm wrong, and you can beat me down for the way I think. But I'll never fucking respect you. I don't know who you are.
This is sick.
Can't recognize you anymore. Sick of watching everyone try to be everything but themselves. You think you gotta prove what? Something to who? Imposter.
Oh, give it all. I love that. Let's go. This one's awesome. Oh.
Sick of watching everyone try to be everything but themselves. You think you've got to prove what? Something or how?
Ooh. I don't know why, but the structure kind of reminds me of Pantera a little bit. Can I say that? Is that allowed? Because that song was super sick, dude. Alright, so this is the Intermission featuring Shakewell. I think I've heard that name before. I could be wrong, but I'm not going to sugarcoat and think I do. Okay, he sounded like he was the guy in the second song, the FTS song. If this song wins the poll, I'm just going to tie this into the next song, Weight of the World. So I'm going to tie that all in together.
This ain't no myth, bitch, I'm living proof. I feel the pressure when I come through. I know the weight of the world on you. Fuck you think why I walk around with a chunky too. Now I'm at least 40s and 22s. When you look, watch you burn life at you. Better pipe down with that attitude. Show you how it feels when shake a drain in the room.
Keep the intermissions engaging, that's good.
Yo, Drain, rip this shit up!
Poppy. That was kind of cool. That was kind of cool transitions there. That was pretty sick. All right, next song is "Weight of the World." Let's do it.
We'll just waste on me.
Again, love that riff. Really good riffs on this album, dude. Really, really good.
I love these things I do. Hurt the people I love the most. Love the poetic words. This is truth that my instincts say not to share with you. Running this up my life. It's not just to see the wrong first right. There will raging inside of me, and I can't tell which one I want to be.
Woo.
I wish you could feel the way I feel. It hurts enough for me to know it's real. I say strong, but this world just weighs on me. Dollar signs, tear filled eyes and no sleep.
So sick.
Yeah, the weight of the world, the weight of the world pushing down, tearing me apart, ripping through the mind and heart.
Ooh.
Sometimes I wish I could be like every fucking boring loser around me. Instead of
That's sick.
You try to act like you know me, but you'll never know what I think. Cause if you did, then you understand I love you more with every breath that I take.
Dude, this song is sick.
I stay strong, but this world just weighs on me. Dollar signs, tear-filled eyes, and no sleep. Yeah, the weight of the world pushing down, tearing me apart, living through the mind and heart.
Woo! Dang, dude. Alright, next song is Watch You Burn. Another music video with this one. I love that they're old school looking music videos. They look cool.
You ain't staring no one. I don't think I'm letting you motherfucker right now. I am like the barrel and kill yourself. Think I try to hide, think I try to run. You ain't staring no one. I don't let anyone get close enough. You stop the fire, that's the start my heart.
Oh, that was cool.
Just a minute, I don't wanna be nothing about anymore. Just wanna watch some fucking blood. Can't keep me down, won't bite my tongue. You ain't scaring no one. I don't let anyone get close enough. You stop the fire after summer.
Didn't win a good day. Again, love those riffs, dude.
Hands from the left, wrapped around your neck. Screaming time till your eyes are lifeless.
Oh, that is great.
Watch you burn. Watch you burn.
Take a band out. Didn't really understand the concept of that video, but it was kind of fun to watch. It was a good song, though. This whole album's been great so far. Another good song, dude. So this song is a Descendants cover. I've never listened to Descendants before, but I looked it up. So this is a cover song.
It's not very far. I've been there before. I know a place cool and warm, cool in my blood and warm in my heart. So come on down and walk with
we got singing.
Tell me I'm your man. I only want to know a couple of things about you. Where were you when I was in so much trouble?
this is a total 180 from the rest of the album.
Do you still believe in me like I believe? I've been thinking good things about you. Cool and warm, good things about you. If you've been thinking good things about me, so cool and warm when you put your arms around me.
What's gonna happen? Anything? Oh, that's it? Wow. Okay. Nothing. That was weird. All right. Last song is the title track.
Take all the hate and all the pain. We're going back into their face. I know they hate to see us win. I love to bring them down. And when I'm gone, I hope you know that I'm doing all for you. So if you need a little help, here and now, this is let it proof.
Yeah, I love that riff.
Who are you? These are the words I wish I had when I needed them the most. 'Cause everybody hangs around when you're on top, but until then you're alone.
Let's go.
I'm living just to prove you wrong. I'm here just to bring you home. Be the devil on the shoulder, who's you gonna break their rules? We're living just to prove you wrong. We're here to bring you home. Be the angel on the shoulder, telling you to keep holding on and on.
Done. 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 It was something beefy, boys. Let's end this album right. Is that it? I think it's near the end. Oh yeah. Like 20 seconds left. Man, dude, what a quick listen. I usually complain about songs being too long or anything like that, but some of those songs I wish were actually a little bit longer because I really enjoyed this album. I thought it was really, really cool. Just a really fun listen all the way through. So my first listen review of Drain's new album, Living Proof, is coming up next, so stick around for that. Alright, my friends, let's go ahead and talk about Drain's new album, Living Proof. Again, we just got done jamming the entire thing. Again, just a really good, fun hardcore band that really does have good messages in their song. That's one thing I love about hardcore, is that this is like the most real music can get, like more real than metalcore, anything like that at all. Like this is some real honest music, and I absolutely love that about the hardcore scene. The more I've listened to like hardcore bands, the more I'm like, man, like just like their impact with their lyrics and everything like that are just really cool. But let's go and talk about this album. I'm gonna give you some pros, some cons, my top 3 songs, and I will give you some thoughts at the very end and a score. So let's go and start with the pros here. So I would say pro number 1 is that I love the way the vocals are pronounced or like enunciated a little bit. Like there's certain parts where the vocalist like holds out a certain words, or like he'll turn into like a bleh. And like I just love the way that he like does the vocals. I think they're really unique, like the way that it sounds, and I think he does a really good job of that. It just sounds really unique because, again, his screams aren't, like, in my opinion, aren't anything like too amazing, but what really stands out is like he, again, can like make like certain words sound really cool, and that kind of sticks out to me a little bit. And I'm like, wow, that, I don't know, that really caught my attention. Like some of the ways that he's saying some of the words, or like the way he's enunciating some of the words, I really like that aspect of the vocals. So huge shout out there. I thought that sounded really awesome. I also got to say, this album has some of the sickest riffs I've ever heard. I mean, obviously, you know, with a hardcore band, you're gonna get some really cool hardcore breakdowns. You can just imagine the pit in your head, and it's really cool. But honestly, the standout on this album were definitely like some of the riffs, man. Like Way of the World, Imposter. Like I thought some of those riffs were just absolutely phenomenal, and I'm like, they're just really engaging and really fun. Nothing too crazy, but it really held my attention, and I really like the majority of these riffs on this album. Thought they were really cool. I'd also say one thing I also really like about this album as well is that the transitions on this album are really cool. Like it'll go from like a kind of a fast, like kind of a punk part, into a hardcore breakdown to a really cool riff, and it just seems so flawless. So like honestly, the transitions on this album are really cool, or sometimes it'll come out of a cool like vocal pattern, like when he does like a bleh, and it cuts into like a really cool breakdown. Like the transition just seems so smooth on this album, and I really like that aspect of their music. So those are some of the things that stuck out to me on this album. So a couple of cons that I had with this album, now this might be kind of a little bit of devil's advocate here, but I would say number 1 is that some of the songs, like here's the thing, like a lot of the songs on this album do sound kind of samey. Like a lot of them kind of have the same structures, you know, it's very predictable where the songs are going to go. That being said, again, if you like this type of music, that's not going to be a big deal for you. I just noticed that on some of the songs, a little bit of the songs sound a little bit samey, which is not a big deal for me, but I know for some people it may be it may come off as a little bit repetitive for some people. This album is pretty short, so I don't think it's going to really make too many people upset. But again, just one thing that stuck out to me is that some of the songs sound kind of similar to one another. I would also say that this is going to sound weird coming from me, because again, I love shorter songs, but some of the songs I actually felt like were a little too short. For example, I think the big example for me was Evil Finds Light. Now the music video for that was really cool, and like at the end it had like a really cool, like it sounds like going to build up to more of a breakdown, or like continue of a breakdown. It just kind of just stops. I wish some of these songs were actually just a little bit longer, like maybe at the 3-minute mark, because again, I prefer my songs at between like 3 and 4 minutes. Usually anything after that, I'm just like, okay, it's a little bit long, depending on the band, of course, but honestly, I wish some of these songs were a little bit longer, and that's a huge thing for me, because that's a huge compliment, because I really like the songs on these albums. So I wish they were a little bit longer so we could just engage in the song a little bit more. But again, I know hardcore bands today have a tendency to have a little bit of shorter songs, which is completely fine, but you know, that's just a personal preference for me. And I don't know if this part is going to be like a negative or anything, but Good Things, I have not heard the original song by Descents. I've definitely heard of the band before, but this one felt kind of out of place a little bit. Not saying that it was a bad rendition. To be honest, I haven't heard the original. I feel like this song was more of them like, okay, we may want to incorporate singing on our next album, or kind of some other stuff in the future. So they kind of wanted to test the waters to see like how well like singing would work, and honestly it sounded okay. Like it wasn't terrible by any means, and I feel like, you know, if they were to incorporate like the way Good Things is, like kind of like a punk type song, like on some, you know, some of their newer records, I feel like that'd be really cool to have some of the other songs stand out. As I mentioned, some of the songs do sound a little bit samey, so if they had like that hardcore feel on some of their songs, or like a punk like rock chorus, kind of like a hardcore, you know, like A Day to Remember, which would actually be really cool, I think that would make that band stand out a little bit more. So honestly, Good Things, it felt kind of out of place, but again, I think it kind of mixed things up on the album a little bit. I don't know. Let me know what you guys thought of the song. I love to get a back and forth conversation started with you guys on that. My top 3 songs from this album, again, this one was actually a little bit difficult because I really enjoyed the majority of these songs on this album, but on my first initial listen, I would say number 1, Devil's Itch, engaging, heavy, super cool, great vocal melodies, thought they were absolutely fantastic. My favorite song on this album is probably Imposter. I just listed them down as they went, so Devil's Itch was first, and then Imposter, and then Weight of the World, which is Susie here. But Imposter was great, had those pinch harmonics, it was heavy. That one had me bopping my head. That one was a lot of fun to listen to. I really enjoyed that song. And honestly, Weight of the World, that song, in my personal opinion, is what I'm saying, like, you know, with some of the other songs being a little bit shorter, this one really felt fulfilling, and it felt like it was the perfect length for a song. It still had that great hardcore feel to it, and so honestly, songs like that are perfect for this band. And so again, I'm not saying every song needs to be a little bit longer, but maybe just like a couple of songs in the next album, just to kind of flush out that entire feeling. So those are the top 3 songs that stuck out to me on Drain's new album, Living Proof. All in all, I had a blast with this record. I won't lie to you here, honestly, the first 2 songs, Run Your Luck and FTS, while I liked them, I wasn't like super engaged with them. Like, they had cool moments in them, but I went back and listened to it again. Now, I was like, I don't know, these songs are kind of okay. It's right when Devil's Itch starts where I was like, okay, this album is super, super sick. Again, I love the riffs on this. I love the just kind of fun, like, style they bring to their music. They also bring great lyrics to this music. Drain is one of those bands where I really do feel like they are going to make an impact on the hardcore scene sooner rather than later. Like, their monthly listeners are fairly decent for this type of music. Their music is really fun. Again, their first album, California Curse, was really, really good. And this album is like on the same level as that, so I thought that was really cool as well. Again, if you're like a fan of hardcore, this is like literally bread and butter through and through. It was just a lot of fun to listen to. It's heavy, it's fun, it's exciting. I would love to catch these guys at a show one day. You know, I think that'd be really, really cool. But overall, man, I enjoyed this album. I thought it was a lot of fun. I'm going to give Drain's album, Living Proof, an 8 out of 10. Again, I just wish some of the songs were just a little bit longer, just to kind of have like a fully satisfied feeling to them here, because some of them just kind of cut off a little bit. I'm like, man, just a little bit longer would have been great. And Good Things, well, again, I think it actually does expand the album a little bit more and kind of make it sound a little bit different. That one was just kind of okay to me, but again, if they can incorporate that in some of their own original music going forward, I think the next album can have a ton of variety on it, and I am all here for it if they decide to go down that route. Overall, really fun and exciting hardcore album for me. Alright, my friends, well, thank you all so much for jamming Drain's new album, Living Proof, with me. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I really enjoyed the album, but again, I'd love to know your thoughts on Patreon or on YouTube, or you can send me a message on Instagram or Twitter. You can talk to me about this album or anything that we've reacted to, or if you want to talk in general, I will definitely try my best to reply back to you guys as quickly as I can. So again, I want to thank you so much for the continued support at the Chandler Burton Entertainment $5 tier on Patreon. That is all the albums we're going to be doing this week here. We do have a lot of albums coming out next week here as well. I know that we have Veil of Maya. I know that we also have Left to Suffer, and there is actually one more album that we're going to be checking out here as well. Let me see if I can find it really quick here. I'm telling you, man, like when this year picked up, I knew there was going to be a lot of music. It started off being like really slow, and I was like, dude, this is going to pick up, and man, we are like jamming albums through and through. So I think the other album we are doing here is The Amity Affliction. So yeah, there's going to be a lot of music next week, so keep an eye out for all of that. That's going to be coming all to the $5 tier. But again, I want to thank you all so much for your continued support here at the Chandler Burton Entertainment $5 tier on Patreon. Hope you found some new music. I hope your mental health improves. But above all else, I want you to know that every single one of you guys are loved. And until next time, I hope you all take care. Much love to every single one of you.